Looks like it's recording. So, welcome back.
Hey.
Hey, man.
Number three.
Number three.
Third time's a charm.
Third time's the charm.
Hey.
Will this be the shortest or longest podcast?
Well, given what we may talk about, I don't know.
I thought the topic was pretty good. I think the longest one I've done, I had a couple people here, but I think it was pushing 2 hours once.
Wow. And our first one was almost an hour and a half.
Yeah, I know. That's fine. So, hey, man, I'll defer to you. I know you're going to be here, but you sent me, you showed me a little image.
Right.
At work, actually, and it was just about projected movies for 2019.
Yeah.
And that got me thinking that would be some good discussion for a podcast. And then I actually went and looked beyond that, and just looking at the movies that are listed as supposed to be released next year, there's a lot of stuff.
A lot going on.
So,
yeah.
I mean, I got the list here.
Yeah.
Heck, man, I guess we can just talk about our thoughts, feelings, possibilities, what we're expecting, good or bad. I mean,
we can run through it.
Yeah, man. Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, I'm excited. I'm interested to see how they're going to do it because it's in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm interested in that. I've seen some set photos. Looks interesting. I'm just trying to think if they're going to correlate any type of, or was that just what I'm trying to think? I'm thinking as I'm talking.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
The after credit scene in Infinity War Part 1, was that to allude that she's going to be a major factor in Part 2?
Well, that's one thing I wanted to ask you about because I was just expecting like that could be a tease, like, ooh, she'll be a main part of the next one. I thought that'd be cool, but I heard she's actually, from a recent report, she's not going to be in the next Infinity War movie.
So then that begs. So then, what does that mean?
Is it
because if this movie is a prequel, technically, it's in the 90s. How does that even?
So maybe it's just another like hook, like he tries to get a hold of her, and then maybe she's got her weird quest, and we won't find out about her until after all the Thanos stuff is over with. Which
or maybe she doesn't get. Yeah, maybe she didn't get the signal in time or something.
Yeah, and maybe she's from. Maybe it's not taking place in the 90s, and maybe she went back in time to the 90s.
Now that's the thing. Is it time travel?
I thought I heard that referenced once, because the only reason I thought that, and maybe it's just because she's got the alien powers, but I'm guessing Brie Larson isn't going to age too much between now and the 90s. Like, when I see her in the costume, she's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like she's at the age. So that's why I was wondering, like, maybe could it be time travel in the 90s? Or I don't know. I just thought that might be an interesting idea because of the age.
You know what? Maybe. Because who uses a beeper now?
Exactly.
Think about that, yeah. Who uses a beeper in today's day and age?
You say that, but this was years ago, but I once worked for a guy in the restaurant industry who contacted with everybody, stayed in contact with a pager. So, I don't know if people still use it, but I don't know. Pretty cool concept, but still very 90s.
Yeah.
Or even 80s?
Late 80s, I think, is when beepers kind of
came up.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm a fan. I'm excited. Final thoughts.
Excited for that. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to Captain Marvel. I think, DC beat them there with the strong, good female superhero movie, but Captain Marvel's there right behind them. Next one is DC, though. I don't know if we talked about this much, but we saw the trailer for Shazam.
Right.
Which I don't know if I think we talked about it briefly, maybe off
DC's
air.
Captain Marvel, which they'll never say due to copyright.
Thank you. And you know what? Even when that movie comes out and when I'm talking about it, people are going to be like, "What do you mean Shazam?" Look, when I grew up reading the comics, watching the cartoons, he's Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
I don't care what the comic book line is, whatever. But oh yes, DC's Captain Marvel, the first one.
Yeah.
His movie. I'm looking forward to that too. Actually,
it looked good. I was skeptical. Well, even though we had a whole discussion on how I'm hopeful but skeptical about DC and what they're doing. But with seeing this trailer, seeing Aquaman trailer, which I happen to like a little more than my friends did, but we can get into that.
Same.
I liked it. I liked this trailer, and when I heard that it was going to be big with superpowers, it looks like that, and it's hilarious. I just thought about, speaking of the name Captain Marvel, since they're basing this, it looks like, to include the Marvel family. What are they gonna name his brothers and sisters and everything? Since he's not Captain Marvel, because like Miss Marvel and what are they gonna be?
Maybe they're just gonna use the names of his family members. That's a good point. I don't know what they did in the comics with that, but the whole Billy Baxter family, they all have those powers.
Yeah,
that's true. I forgot about
all of the Batsons.
Well, that's a good question. Maybe they won't acknowledge it right away. Maybe they'll hope there'll be room for a sequel where they won't get all the powers right away. Because that's a very old school, Silver Age kind of plot line.
Yeah.
But that is a good question. I don't know. I was just kind of excited by the fact that it seemed almost like a low-budget satire of superhero movies, which, to be honest, I think DC is looking for fresh ideas. Remember we talked about let's get a director to try some crazy style and see what works.
And because we were talking about the worlds of DC.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, with that thinking, they can do that. They could experiment with different genres, play with different genres within a superhero movie. And this, I mean, it looks like they're kickstarting it with this because it's definitely lighter in terms of, it's not as dark in terms of subject matter. It kind of still look a little dark.
A little bit.
A little bit. Not even Justice League dark, but definitely not Batman vs Superman dark.
No, it seemed like it was definitely having more fun.
Yeah.
Like when I first saw the trailer, I thought it was a Marvel movie.
Right.
For a second, I'm like, what is this?
Right.
But
I think Zachary Levi.
I think
he looks good. He looks good. Like if anything, he can. When they said it was him, I thought, okay, he can do that because I'm a fan of Chuck.
Oh.
I watch Chuck a lot. So
I've never seen Chuck.
It's pretty good.
It is good?
And it is that genre. It's an action comedy.
Okay.
Like it's an action spy type of show, but it's really comedic because he plays this guy who shouldn't be a spy. Like he's a geek, he's a nerd, and he's not even like athletic or anything, but I won't say everything in case you watch it. But
I've heard that's a very unique brand of humor.
It is. And it's more difficult than I think people realize. Mm-hmm. That type of humor, and especially to throw action into that, and people like him or even Ryan Reynolds to a higher degree, in my opinion, mixing something as serious and crazy as action with comedy, it's kind of difficult. Some people try and they can't do it. But final thoughts. I'm excited for that too.
We're trying to move it along.
Yeah, I think it's going in the right direction.
Excellent. Well, yeah, I do too. I think this is correct. I guess the Avengers Infinity Part 2 is next year.
Oh.
I think so. I don't know if that's correct or not, but I hope so because
it would be nice.
I don't want to wait.
It would be nice because we are still in limbo, and that does make sense. Didn't they film them at the same time?
I think so.
So it would make sense if they're a year apart because they don't have to do much in terms of getting everybody together and shooting and everything. So, of course, I'm excited for that. You saw the first one. You cannot not be excited.
I can't wait.
The cliffhanger ending. I keep hearing and reading stories of them saying that a lot of people who were gone after the snap will remain gone.
What? Wait, what?
That's you haven't heard that?
No, who said this?
I've heard many reports that they're hearing this from Feige and company.
What?
That a lot of people after the snap will remain gone. Now,
everyone's saying
it could be misleading.
Yeah.
I think they could be saying it so because you got to think. Spider-Man: Far From Home is coming out.
Yeah. Come on, that's
the money that Black Panther made. You think they're not gonna make a sequel?
ridiculous. Come on,
like just with those two. I mean,
those two alone.
Yeah, just so I don't know if they mean. And obviously Loki died before the snap.
True.
Do you think that Gamora is dead?
See, I had this.
Me and my friends talked about this.
I thought I had this theory that like I don't necessarily want this because I like those characters, but if the people that got disintegrated or wiped from existence, they could come back, but maybe the people that died more naturally, they might stay dead.
Right.
But then again, in those cases, I guess with Loki and with Vision, we did see their bodies when that happened. With Gamora, I don't think did we see her?
No, she's like in that. And
that
that's
weird
the theory,
that weird plane.
That she's in there, so technically she's not dead.
Oh.
That he used, like, that's her soul in that plane, and he used her, like, as a sacrifice, her soul to get the soul stone.
I heard one theory, my one friend said he thought that everyone that died or faded away, their souls might be in the soul stone, and they're all, like, trapped in some weird, like, void. Kinda, and that we might actually get to see that.
That could be interesting.
Like, so they're not dead exactly. They're still around somehow, just not on like able to interact with anybody.
That could be
perhaps.
Yeah, that's a theory.
But is Gamora dead? I don't think so. Just because I think she's a very popular character. I think that for Guardians to continue, they kind of need her.
I swear they were going to kill Nebula.
I thought they were too. Though I forget there was some report recently. I heard. I mean, this could all be hearsay, but that the next Guardians movie is actually going to be more focused on her. So,
well,
I don't know about the timeline.
May have to because did you heard about Batista?
No.
He's very adamant. He's very upset about Disney and
James Gunn.
And them removing James Gunn, and he's even to the point of saying that he doesn't want to come back for Volume 3.
I think, he said that, and I think other people in the cast have said that too.
Yeah.
They're like so mad about this. I'm hoping. I don't know. I don't want to deviate too much, but do you think they should bring him back? Because I mean, apparently that stuff he said was out of context. Like he's not he didn't really mean that stuff literally. Like I guess it was. I don't know.
From what I hear, I didn't because I didn't know James Gunn until his Guardian movies.
Yeah.
But apparently these were
This was years
ago. Apparently, people already knew about it.
He
already
apologized
about it. And from what I know, Disney and Marvel
didn't know?
They knew about this.
Then why were they acting so surprised?
I think maybe it came back up some kind of way and
blew up.
With the climate of today.
With today, like being very anti, all that stuff, which makes sense. But like,
and they said, all right, well, we're not having it. So,
but I don't know. I hope he comes back only because the Guardians movies have been so good. I think
with his vision, I think the third movie, I don't know. I think it might suffer because it'll be
different tone. Probably.
Yeah.
No, inevitably it would be different director, different vision. But still, definitely a lot of possibilities with Avengers.
Right.
But another big franchise Disney related, Star Wars, I guess Episode 9 is coming out next year. Which, to be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know if I've discussed Star Wars with you much on here, but I have kind of mixed feelings about Star Wars these days.
Yeah.
Like Last Jedi frustrated me as a long-term time fan, and as you probably heard, and also just I think it had a lot of problems as a movie. Like I thought it was well done,
right?
But also there were big issues with it at the same time. Like I'm very conflicted about Star Wars, and I feel like it's everywhere. Like there's just so much Star Wars that I'm fatigued by it. I don't even really care that much about it personally.
I think they did. I would say I am too. Little backstory. I came late to the party on Star Wars.
Uh-huh.
I didn't watch it until probably, I think I could like maybe 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I went back and watched, because when rumors of the new trilogy started, that's when I said, okay, well, I'll go back. Because I remember being younger and I watched episode 3. because I hadn't watched any of the ones in timeline after that, but the older ones from the 70s. I hadn't watched any of those, but I, it was so big, I knew who Darth Vader was.
Of course.
Luke Skywalker.
Got the generals, yeah.
And I knew that, okay, episode 3, this is how he becomes Darth Vader. I'm interested to see that.
So you saw Revenge of the Sith first.
That was the first one I ever saw.
Okay.
And then years later, I went back and watched everything else. So I went back and watched episode 1 and 2, then went and watched 4, 5, and 6, which were the first 3.
Well, now I gotta ask, and I don't want this to be another Star Wars podcast,
right.
because I believe you and I don't know, but I have complained a lot about Star Wars on here. I feel like that's all I've been doing. But so based on your experience, because that's interesting, what would you say your favorite and least favorite movie were? You won't offend me because I'm open to all things here, except for The Last Jedi. No, I'm just kidding. You can say that if you're. You can say that. I don't even care.
It's funny. I like elements of a lot of them. Like episode 1, Darth Maul was awesome.
Oh yeah.
I think he should have stayed as a villain longer. He could have been that generation's Vader. I liked him that much. I'm also pretty partial to the weapon of the bow staff. I always pick a character. Sidebar. Whenever it's a fighting game, I always pick the character with the bow staff. Donatello's my favorite. I was about to say
Donatello.
My favorite turtle. So a lightsaber bow staff? What? Are you serious? So but you know what? Honestly,
it's okay.
It's hard. A New Hope was pretty good. I like A New Hope.
Okay.
Collectively, I'll say that.
Okay.
A New Hope.
So that was your favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my favorite, collectively. But elements of all of them. I am one who didn't really care for Jar Jar Binks either.
Okay.
I didn't need him as a character. Or maybe it was just bad voice choice. It was weird. It was off-putting. Me and my buddies talk about this. Like, I'm not so keen on Yoda.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not so keen on Yoda.
I got one friend that hates Yoda, and that's so unusual to hear.
We both say that Yoda's a coward.
Well, Yoda did kind of just give up fighting the Emperor and then leave.
Just left. He just left.
Like, they'll figure it out.
Yeah, he just left. And then Luke went to find him. And then he was somewhat training him, but he didn't really finish training him because he had to go back. And did you really do anything?
It was a great. I forget. Was it the Family Guy skit where he's like Vader is a powerful dark Jedi Sith master. Like, you can't face him. And it's like, why don't you go? We'll train you so you can fix him.
Exactly. Well, yeah, what?
Yeah.
To me, Obi-Wan was better, more of a mentor.
Oh, I love Obi-Wan.
Than Yoda, but
Yoda's got a quirkiness to him that people like. He's a cute Muppet.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Did you like the CGI Yoda fighting in the first trilogies?
Yes, actually. I think some people say that goes against like what we saw, but I think I feel like Yoda didn't necessarily have to do that to show how powerful he was. Like, that was kind of the George Lucas going crazy, showing all the effects, like, ooh, look what I can do. But there is an element of silliness when he fights Count Dooku in Attack of the Clones. Like, it is a little silly.
Right.
But I do remember seeing it in the theaters as a kid, and when Yoda like puts down his cane and pulls out the lightsaber, everyone went wild.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There are elements of problems, but I will say that the fight with Darth Sidious in the Galactic Senate was badass. That was awesome. That's one of my favorite fights.
Yeah, I'll give you that. That was good.
Like, mostly because I just like the use of all the powers and throwing the seats and stuff. I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Though it does make you wonder, like, did Yoda just get lazy at some point?
Yeah. I think he was out of it. But to bring it back to episode 9.
Where we're going, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Star Wars predicament these days?
I agree with you that I'm kind of burnt out on it. I think the
side stories.
Yes, they're cool in theory, but I think part of the appeal now is that it's something to look forward to. You wait on these Star Wars movies. It's part of the appeal.
What's gonna happen next?
But now it's like, because honestly, it was okay, but I wasn't really a fan of Rogue One like that.
Rogue One?
I went to sleep on it twice, honestly.
Rogue One, I'll say this. I've said it before. Rogue One, I think, visually, is the best looking Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
It looks fantastic from production design, the CGI, costumes, everything. The characters, non-existent. The story, weak and redundant. Like really, like
I fell asleep on it, and I still haven't seen Solo. I asked you, you said it was good, and I do want to see it because I hear nothing but good things about
a lot of
Donald Glover as
Lando.
Yeah, Lando. But
well, man, look, I wouldn't have seen, and I always say this, like, I wish I was on the train of people that didn't see it, because I was just like, I was using it as an excuse to hang out with somebody. Like, I guess we can watch that. But literally, had it not been for that very specific thing, I would have been like, I wouldn't have seen it till like, I might not even seen it. Like, I don't. My interest in it and Star Wars in general lately has just been so low.
Hey,
I don't, and I feel bad about it, but I feel like it's kind of been slowly building for me. But that's my opinion.
And that's how I feel. Unfortunately, how I feel even to now, even though this is going to be a canon story.
Yeah.
I'm not too excited. I mean, I'll see it because I saw the other ones, but I think that The Last Jedi had some problems too for me. I mean, essentially, well, it would make sense if Luke was taught by Yoda. He did the same thing to Yoda. He just left.
Yeah, I thought
training Rey, but not really training Rey, and then he didn't even fight. He just projected himself.
Which is
and
cool,
then,
but it's not. Is it what? It's not what I wanted. Like they teased you, like Luke's back. Like okay, like maybe he gave up and I don't know. I just it's weird. Like I liked it, but I didn't like it.
And I feel like there's a lot of they're building all these things that are not connecting.
Can he resolve in one more movie? Like that's what I'm wondering. I feel like there was another buddy of mine. We discussed it before. We feel like if you compare it to like the original trilogy or even the prequels, so much story happens in those movies. This one, I feel like in 2 movies, how much has really been accomplished? Like I don't know.
It's a lot of It's like they lead you somewhere and then it's almost like they don't want us to predict something, so they dismiss it. But then it's like, well, what are you doing? Like in episode 7, all of this, like, oh, Rey she's actually the last Jedi because, or she related to Luke because the lightsaber went to her, and then the next movie they dismiss that completely. She doesn't touch the lightsaber. You're no one. What?
What kind of message? Like, it's very, very conflicting.
And then at the end with the kid and the broom, and he has...
That was cheesy.
What? What are you saying now?
Anybody
You said that Rey was possibly the last Jedi, and now there's so there is no last one at all. That's what you're saying.
Anyone can be a Jedi. It's not special anymore. But I thought it was.
They even made, what's her name? Captain Phasma?
Phasma, yeah.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Look cool, but under-delivered.
Again!
Terrible.
Again.
She looked great. The chrome stormtrooper?
Oh, yeah.
With the cape? Looked awesome.
She's better than Boba Fett.
Yeah.
More character.
I'll give her that, yeah. But because of all of that, and then everything with, you build up Rey and Finn in 7, and then they're not even near each other in 8 at all. And you introduce the new girl, I can't remember her name, and they do the casino side mission, and now and kiss. What?
Yeah, so you thought that they were building the romance too, right? And then they kind of disregarded.
They disregarded it.
That's a good point.
There's a lot of between 7 and 8. There's a lot of things they build up, and then no, because it's like they're on to us.
Those fan theories.
So no, we can't let them be
but
right.
What if some of the fan theories are good? Like, what if
Yeah,
they
just
would...
let it be. Like, okay, you got us.
Like, we have to find everything logically that they could say on the message boards. Avoid it. Even if, like, it doesn't work for the movie. We gotta surprise them.
And so, and what are they gonna do with Princess Leia now?
Oh, because of Carrie Fisher passing away.
Yeah, well, Carrie. I mean,
well,
we saw what they can do with CGI now, but the
you
whole
remember Rogue
movie.
One, though.
That's the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing. The whole movie of that is not going to work.
Because I mean, like, okay, I think she's gonna be in the next one. So how much did they film that they can use? How much are they? Is it just gonna be a voice like on intercom? That would just be weird. Like they could say she died off screen. They killed Admiral Akbar off screen, which I didn't get. Yeah, that was annoying. But okay, anyway.
It's a trap.
Yes. It's
a trap.
People joke, but like him going out that way and trapping him doing the going to the ship, like it's a trap.
It's hilarious.
That would have been fantastic. But anyway, see what Star Wars does to people.
I know. So I'm gonna watch it. Final thoughts. I'm gonna watch it because I saw the rest of them, but it's not high on my list. I'll probably see it on
second weekend.
Yeah, maybe third.
Oh no, it'll be there for a while.
Because it's Star Wars. So
next one actually is one that my old Film Fanatics, the old podcast I was on, close to our hearts because we agree that Toy Story 1, 2, and 3 are like among the best trilogies ever made. I actually rewatched Toy Story 3 with my girlfriend again recently, and what a fantastic bookend!
It's awesome. Honestly,
it's a great movie.
I'm glad that it started when I did, because to be old enough to even appreciate the nuances of Toy Story 3.
Yeah.
I don't think a child
could.
No.
I picked up on that. I felt when I saw Toy Story 3, because it was about that age where we would have probably seen the first one fairly young and grew up with them, and you could tell that around 2010, I think, when it came out, like that, Toy Story 3 came at a time where it was very clear that it was made for the kids and the parents of those kids that grew up watching it, and reflecting the growing. Like that's a whole discussion.
It was awesome. Like we were Andy, pretty much. Like,
yeah.
Like we grew with Andy because same thing. By the third one, is he in college?
He's going to college.
Yeah. So around that time, and it's like the tone and how it grew with him.
Yep.
Because if you look at it, even though they're all great, the first one is like the most juvenile one out of the three, and the third one is the most grown up, so to speak.
Yeah.
So it works, which is why I'm interested to see what are they going to do with the next one. Like, is there a trailer? Because if it is, I haven't seen. I haven't seen anything.
I haven't seen a trailer yet, but I know that like Toy Story 4, I know that some people are kind of mad because it was such a good conclusion.
That just leave it alone.
Leave it alone. Do you think they should leave it alone, or you're actually excited to see what they could do?
Part of me does want to see where they're going, but I agree. If they would have left it alone, it'd be fine. Mm-hmm. But I also understand how movies work today. That
you got to get that money.
If it made money, we're gonna keep doing it until it doesn't anymore.
True.
So I understand why they're doing it.
Like I think almost everything we have on here is some franchise-related thing.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man. The next one is Dark Phoenix, which I think is going to be the last X-Men that was formerly a Fox property.
Okay. So
it might be the last one with the Hugh Jackman, First Class, all the stuff that we've been used to since 2000.
Okay.
This might be the last one, I think.
So is it going to be like First Class actors in it, like James McAvoy and okay.
Michael Fassbender, all those guys.
Okay.
I think so.
I'm a fan of both of them, so I don't like what they did with Apocalypse.
Well,
but that's that movie. But I'm a fan of them and how they did it.
How they interact.
Yeah, how they interact and how they are as Professor X and Magneto, respectively. Mm-hmm. So on that alone, I'm interested by that. That's
about it.
I mean, so I guess there's no, because Hugh Jackman's done. He's
dead. Yeah, I think it's just the first class people.
Okay.
The only thing I have to say I'm kind of excited because you might remember X-Men 3 was included that, and it wasn't done very well.
It was. Yeah.
So
it was. Yeah.
I've always liked the Phoenix and the Dark Phoenix and all that stuff. So
super strong story in the X-Men comic.
Love them.
Yeah.
So to see it done better, I'm hoping, because I know that you didn't say you didn't like Apocalypse, but I kind of have felt like, even though it wasn't the best, I did feel like it still captured some essence of those like '80s comics a little bit.
I can see that's what they were going, especially with how Storm and Psylocke and that's definitely what they were going for. But and that's what I just don't like how Apocalypse was done.
Apocalypse was a bit weird.
Yeah.
He was a bit underpowered.
Yeah.
And overpowered at the same time.
Yeah.
Like he could disintegrate people with his mind, but then he forgot to do that. Like
that's the problem. People don't realize the subtlety of. It's almost like if it's somebody that's strong, you need it to. That's why they're doing it right with Thanos. Like you need a 2 movie with something that's, because it has to be, if it's somebody that's strong, it has to be a long period of time, like in the comics where everybody's coming at this kind of we don't know what to do. What the heck are we going to do?
And Apocalypse is supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
You're right. He should have. Well, you know what ticks me off, dude, is you're right about this. They've been teasing him, but they missed a logical step. You know what you typically do before you get to Apocalypse? Who do you introduce? Mr. Sinister. Like, where is his movie?
They did tease that he was supposed to be.
They've been teasing him for a couple movies. Essex Corporation.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Deadpool, Logan.
I feel like they jumped the gun on that.
Yeah, they should have saved him for the last boss, and they haven't even done Mr. Sinister yet. So they messed up along the way.
I don't know. Were they going Apocalypse and they're going to go Galactus after that? What were they?
Well, they can't be. Well, I guess they could have, because you're right. That's Fantastic Four. They
could have.
Not anymore.
Not
normal.
Yeah.
It'll be nice, big, giant W.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm excited for that stuff, man. Fantastic Four is going back. X-Men's going back.
I'm excited to see what Marvel does with Fantastic Four. I don't know. Speaking of overpowered and underpowered, but that's all we're going to say about Fan Four Stick.
I've been talking about that movie way too much lately. Oh my gosh, that movie's so horrible. Anyway,
Dark Phoenix, because I'm a fan of the other two. Yeah. And I'm a fan of the other two based on James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender, to name a few. I'm interested.
Cool. Me too. I'm looking forward to it. I like the X-Men movies generally.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what I'm really excited for, because I'm a big Godzilla fan.
Oh.
And I saw the trailer, Godzilla King of Monsters. I'll tell you, man, the last American Godzilla movie with Bryan Cranston, I was disappointed in it. Not enough Godzilla.
I was going to say, that was the problem.
Not enough Cranston.
Yeah.
But this one, I can see the monsters, they're fighting. Got King Ghidorah, Rodan, Mothra, maybe some more. I'm hyped.
I saw Mothra, I was like, oh, wow, they're going there.
And she looks good?
Yeah. I would say I'm more excited for this than the first Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
Because...
it's colorful.
Yeah. And like you said, with the trailer, I see more. It's what I was expecting with the first one. I didn't expect all of the monsters, but at least I wanted to see Godzilla more, and they didn't do that. But so this, maybe they took the fans' gripe about that, and then okay, we'll give them to you in this one.
Thank you.
Yeah. So hopefully they're getting closer to the King Kong Godzilla.
Oh yeah. I wonder if that's gonna be the next one.
You think, or is it? Yeah, because they already, maybe, because
King
already
Ghidorah
did 2. Is it 2 King Kongs or
just
one?
one?
Just one.
Which was good.
That was good.
I liked Skull Island a lot.
So you think they're gonna go another King Kong solo and before they go Godzilla, or no?
I hope not, but I could wait one more. I could get one more solo Kong movie if it was good.
Yeah.
I could.
Skull Island, I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't have high hopes for that, but it was, which is why I didn't see it until it hit HBO. But it was good.
Yeah, same. I waited for that. I got it on Redbox, but it was really good.
It was good.
It was good. Samuel Jackson was like a good villain.
Yeah.
Kind of. Like, he was good.
It was good.
We'll be talking about him later on this list.
Yeah.
But another X-Men one, man. New Mutants. Do you remember the trailer for that?
Yes. And I will say, I'm not too familiar with the New Mutants.
I'm not super either. They're kind of an offshoot of the X-Men. They're just another group, basically. Okay. But the thing I thought was interesting about it, which I wanted your input on, was it's another example of them doing something really different by making kind of a horror
movie. Yep.
X-Men movie.
And that's what piques my interest. If it was just like a regular, I probably would wait. Yeah. But the fact that they're gonna go superhero horror, that's interesting. Mm-hmm. Which, because of that, I do want to see it. I'll probably see it in the movies now because of that.
Really?
But, or I'll say I wouldn't mind it if I don't get to. I wouldn't be upset because there's some movies that I have to see this in the theater, even if I go by myself. But then there's like, if I can't find anybody to go with me, I'll wait. It was like one of those.
I gotcha.
Only because I'm not, like we were saying, I'm not too familiar with the New Mutants, but I do like the angle of a scary superhero movie. It's interesting.
Definitely. I agree with that. Are you familiar with the How to Train a Dragon movies?
I am.
Do you like them?
I did. I liked...
Did you like the last one? The last one kind of irritated me.
It was okay. I like the first one better, honestly.
But there's a third one, I guess, coming out.
Really? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either until we discussed this. And it was on the list. I'm like, well, there you go.
Yeah.
You know the thing that annoyed me about the last one? Other than the trailer showing who his mom was?
Right.
The trailer.
Yeah.
Like, that irritated me. But his dad dies.
Yeah.
His dad, Gerard Butler dies. And he gets over it in like a second.
Yeah.
And the whole, like, with Toothless having killed him, I think there should have been more conflict getting over that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it wasn't a bad movie. I just felt like it wasn't as strong as the first one. So, I don't know. What do you have any interest in the next one?
Yeah, I will say it always piques my interest when there's something out, like how will you, because if it's a third one, I'm thinking, okay, so it's a trilogy, they're going to close it out. How are you going to close it out? Where are you going? So for that reason, I'm interested.
Maybe he'll be like a badass grown-up Viking warrior guy now.
He'll be leading the clan of maybe there'll be new dragons.
Oh, I hope so. Hope there's new dragons.
They find new dragons. He's gonna lead the new dragons.
Sean Connery might be one. That's a throwback.
Yeah.
Love that movie, by the way.
That was a good movie.
It was. Dragonheart for people that didn't get the
reference.
Yeah,
that was. He's like the perfect dragon.
I know, right? Draco. That movie. When that movie came out, blew me.
Yeah. The CGI and it was like way ahead of its time.
It still looks pretty good.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, actually, 96, I think. Wow, that was fantastic. But yeah, How to Train Dragon 3. I'm kind of. I'm like, it looks alright. Yeah. But next one, I think we're both excited for is the next Wonder Woman movie.
Yeah.
80s.
80s Wonder Woman. I like it. I'm wondering if she's gonna have. I didn't even notice I did it. If she's gonna look like 80s one, big hair.
Yes.
The suit that we know. Because now the outfit that she wears is cool, but it's different. It doesn't look like
classic.
So I'm wondering if, and even in the first one, she was just kind of starting, so it really wasn't the suit.
I wonder
either
if they will. There was a brief period in the comics where I think that she wore like a business suit sort of thing. Mm-hmm. I wonder if she might do that. And I personally, I love when Wonder Woman's like dressed in her like full armor.
Yeah.
I'd like to see her like get into that at some point. I have no idea what the plot of this movie is.
Me neither. I'm just the first one was good, so I'm going with it. Did you hear that Steve Trevor is probably in it?
Yeah,
I heard that. I don't know how
that's happening. Maybe a flashback. Probably.
Yeah, that's gotta be. But I'm excited because the first one was good.
It's the best DC movie so far, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But there's that. I don't know why I put this on here, but Dumbo. Tim Burton's remaking Dumbo, and the next Disney remake live action looks kind of dark and creepy, but then again,
it's
Dumbo
Burton.
was kind of weird, and Burton. How do you feel about Tim Burton these days? Because he's a guy that like started really strong early in his career, and I just feel like since we got like past the '90s, he's had like a lot of mixed reception with his movies. Like he's had some. I don't know if he's had too many terrible movies, but it's like he's not as amazing for people as he used to be.
Yeah, I'd say I still am a Burton fan. I like everything that he's done, even after like the '90s. Like he did the movie, like he did like 3 or 4 with Johnny Depp, like all of those movies. Even Ichabod Crane.
Oh, the Sleepy Hollow.
That was good.
It was pretty good.
It'll be interesting to see his take on Dumbo.
Yeah, what a weird project to focus on.
Especially coming, I'm surprised Disney went that route.
Why?
Because they're like anti-dark.
I don't know.
Burton is dark.
Disney's weird. Like they, I don't know, man. I mean, the classic Disney movies have always had an element of darkness. I mean, you've had evil people like Maleficent. You've got murderers and
a lot of those fairy tales that they based their classics on are really dark stories.
Yeah,
and they switched them around and made them happy-go-lucky.
It's weird.
Tales.
Like Disney has that weird balance, I think, where it's like you're right. Their stories are oddly have dark elements, but they are still so family friendly at the same time.
Yeah,
it's weird. But yeah, Dumbo. Yeah, you'd think Dumbo would be the most innocent thing ever, where they made it creepy.
And Dumbo was definitely one of my favorites as a little kid.
Really? I always thought Dumbo was creepy.
It was, I liked it, little big-eared elephant. Oh. I remember being a kid thinking all elephants' ears were that big.
Not that big.
Not that big.
But yeah. I guess it's almost like he had adult elephant's ears on his little body. God, it's been so long. Dumbo could fly, right? That was his thing?
With his ears, yeah.
But could Dumbo talk? Could he not talk? I forget if he could talk.
Because I remember the other. Yeah, I think because the crows.
The crows could talk.
Yeah.
The Jim Crows.
Which I don't think because of that. I don't think they're gonna.
I don't think they're gonna make an appearance.
Yeah.
But I don't think Dumbo is gonna talk in this one.
Okay.
I forget if Dumbo could talk. That's been so long since I've seen it. Man, I don't know. But you're interested in it.
I am. Yeah.
All right.
Because of Tim Burton and Dumbo, it's just weird enough that it piques my interest.
All right. Yeah, kinda. I am interested. Don't know if I'll see it in theaters, but I'll check it out.
No, probably not.
But something I may see in theaters is Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Absolutely.
Because, as you know, big Spider-Man fan, and I love Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and I forget who the villains are going to be. Is it more Sinister Six build-up, or is it?
I think it's Mysterio.
Yes, I always forget. Mysterio.
Jake Gyllenhaal's Mysterio. That's going to be interesting.
I keep forgetting. That is some amazing casting because he's such a good actor.
He is. And
when he gets into his roles, like he goes all in. He's played some diabolical, creepy, like Nightcrawler and Enemy stuff like that.
Nightcrawler was really
intense.
Yeah.
Like
he's good.
I was like, I never see him play like such a horrible person.
And then he could do weird stuff like Bubble Boy.
Yes, exactly. Donnie Darko, you know. But yeah, Mysterio's a great. I love the fact that Marvel's just embracing all the silliness. Like they made their big debut for their Spider-Man fighting against the Vulture, and they turned him. He's actually one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. Actually, he's my favorite Spider-Man.
Oh.
I know I'm unique in that sense, but like they made him like a major player. Like he's considered one of the best.
And he's
Marvel
one
villains.
of the more forgotten villains, honestly.
Yeah.
And when you think about Spider-Man villains.
Yeah, but he's one of the first villains he ever fought. He was consistent, and they added a lot more depth, I think, when casting Michael Keaton. So getting to see what they could do with a silly villain like the Vulture and make him so threatening.
Yeah.
What could they do with Mysterio? He's also kind of silly.
Mysterio was also, I don't know, I think I just kind of liked the way he looked, like with the suit and the crystal ball head. It just was funny. But yeah, to what you said, it's going to be interesting to see like a more realistic, serious, darker take on Mysterio.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Yeah.
Like you said, Tom Holland, I think is my favorite Spider-Man, even though it's only been
one and a half movies.
Yeah, 1.5 movies. But I think he's the perfect mix of Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
That's what you need.
I think Tobey Maguire, great Peter Parker. Spider-Man wasn't believable for me. Andrew Garfield, great Spider-Man, awesome Spider-Man. Peter Parker, he wasn't geeky enough for me. I didn't believe that he was he kind of made, but they kind of twisted and made him not like a geeky loner, but like a
more
like a
general.
Just a loner. I'm a skater guy, loner. I'm gonna skateboard with my
kind of,
like a hipster loner.
I don't know. I mean, I liked Andrew Garfield. I thought he was a little more believable, but you're right. He wasn't the geeky, nerdy. But the only thing about the Tobey Maguire one that I really was irritated about his performance is he never grew out of that lack of confidence. Like, Peter does get past that after.
That's true.
So he didn't really change throughout the movies. I think if he had gained a little more confidence later on, I think he would have been fine. But he never really got past it. But you're right. I agree. I think Tom Holland's that perfect balance.
Yes.
Perfect balance.
So I'm excited. I will see that in the movies.
Same.
Absolutely.
What about Lego Movie 2?
You know what? I think I do want to see it because that's one of the ones that it actually got me excited to see the other movies because this one was so good and funny. The first one, like, I saw it on HBO and it made me I liked it so much. That's when I saw Lego Batman and Ninjago. So I'm excited for Lego Movie 2, and I'm interested to see. Do you know if it's the same character?
I'm pretty sure, yes.
So I'm interested to see what this new story is going to be.
Well, I'm noticing a pattern here. I think you're mostly excited about these.
I mean, yeah, this is like my wheelhouse.
Well, the next one I know that you said you'd have some personal investment in it because you really like Gambit.
Yeah.
I heard Channing Tatum's still going to be Gambit.
So is that true? Like, because I'm trying not to get my hopes up because it's always it's on, it's happening, it's not happening, it's happening, it's not happening.
So it maybe not.
Just know whenever it comes out, because of he's my favorite X-Men, so
it's gonna happen.
Yeah, whenever it comes out, that's it.
All right. That's fair. I'm interested too. I think Gambit. He's one of those fan favorites that, much like Wolverine, he deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
Frozen was one of the biggest Disney movies ever.
Yeah.
Didn't go away for years. It's getting a sequel finally. I will probably see it because I did like the first one.
Right.
Maybe a little overrated. I don't know. Did it bug you with the Let It Go?
After a while, yes. I probably. I'm serious.
Yeah,
I probably.
First appearance, actually. Yeah.
I do want to see it. I saw the first one. Obviously, I'm that type of person. If I saw the first one, I'm going to see the rest of them. I'm not too excited, only because I got tired of it. It was everywhere, and to me, it's a good movie. But I don't know I don't see
another story.
Yeah, and what made it so special that it was the biggest Disney movie ever, and I don't understand what happened.
When it came out, some people were saying it was like better than like the classics, like The Lion King, and I'm like,
no, I'll tell you that right now, no.
Oh shoot,
no, it's not better than The Lion King, no.
Nice, but yeah, I don't know. I think maybe it was just the bond between the sisters was a unique angle.
And the songs,
the songs were good. I guess
were good.
They were good. I don't know. I don't know why that one was such a big hit because I feel like Tangled. I actually liked
Tangled
that
was
even
good.
more. I like Tangled.
Tangled was good.
Yeah, Tangled was really good. So I didn't get why.
To me, it's like either even playing field or Tangled.
It's a little better.
I don't understand how this way in people's eyes. I don't know.
Yeah, the phenomenon for that was weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, so moderately excited. I know we're both excited for Glass.
Of course. Yes.
Speaking of Jackson as a good baddie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know if
Okay, I always support M. Night Shyamalan because he's from Philly. I'm from Philly.
And hey, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I go to Philly sometimes.
Yeah. But although I do support him, I do realize that he was on a downward slope in terms of his movies for a while.
Definitely.
Which is why I didn't want to get my hopes up again when Split came out. So I didn't see it in the movies.
But I'm glad I saw it in the movies because look, it was good on its own. Like it was really good.
It was, yeah.
And then that ending, the theme music, I'm like.
And ironically, that's why I'm glad I didn't see it in the movies because when that part happened, I geeked out, and I probably would have embarrassed myself if I was in the theater.
Look, don't feel alone. Like, look, I feel like we're living in an age now where, for better or worse, they cater to old fans of these things.
Yeah,
hardcore.
Yeah.
Unbreakable is like a great movie. It's got a cult following, but it's not like the best known thing.
Yeah.
So we didn't see it in a very crowded theater or anything. But when I saw it and I heard that, I was like, oh yes. Yeah. So I did geek out. I was like, yes, like I did it out loud. So that was one.
I definitely.
Yes, it's Unbreakable.
Because I'm one of those guys. Like I watch a lot of movies. If you couldn't tell, I watch a lot of movies, and if you can get me to where I didn't see it coming, because usually I can enjoy, because I watch a lot of movies, I can see what's coming and still say I enjoyed that movie.
Yeah.
But if you can get me where I don't see it coming, and I didn't see that coming, and it was in the same universe as Unbreakable, it blew my mind. So thank you, M. Night Shyamalan, for that.
Finally making
So immediately I'm like, so they're doing this. So this has to. And then, later when they are doing it, and then when the trailer came out, I geeked out again. It's just awesome seeing all three of them in the same room. Like, this is crazy right here. Once again, James McAvoy. Got James McAvoy, Bruce Willis, and Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, come on. Come on.
That's great.
Come on.
Yep.
In the same movie. Come on.
That's fantastic.
So yes, I am excited.
He's very excited. I don't know. The next one's a sequel to the much beloved It, which I will confess I didn't actually watch the first one yet.
Oh.
I know, but I'm a big fan of the book.
Okay.
I love the book. It's probably my Stephen King book. Very scary. One of the few books that really scared me. I've heard the first one's really, really good. It's very faithful to the book. But I'm gonna probably wait to watch the second one. I'll probably watch the first one
right before you see the second.
Because I wanted to see it, but I didn't get around to it. But I heard everyone loved it.
Which is kind of how I am. I still haven't seen Incredibles 2 because I've heard that it takes place immediately after the first one.
Uh-huh.
So I want to watch the first one again right before I see it.
Well, I'll tell you, Incredibles 2, really good. You should see it. Okay. I think if you liked the first one, you probably did.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's quite as good as the first one personally.
Okay.
But it's still really good because Pixar,
Pixar.
But I won't go into it.
Okay.
Let me know what you think of it after you see it.
Okay. So It too, like you said, the first one was really good. I actually, when I saw this with my friends, I was late to the Stranger Things party.
Oh man,
so
it's so good.
It is. I'm caught up now, so I'm on the train. Can't wait for season 3.
Yes.
So my friends were like geeking out. They're like, oh, that's Mike. That's Mike. I'm like, oh, it's Mike. It's Mike from Stranger Things. And I liked him, and so this was my first time seeing a lot of the characters from other things. And it was good. Like, I liked the interaction between the kids. Like, it was like realistic. You know how kids talk. They talk different in front of their parents than they do around. It kind of had a Stranger Things vibe now that I'm thinking about it.
It's perfect.
So you should, when you see it, you'll recognize. But obviously you're dealing with a little bit more than Demogorgons there. It's a little more serious. I liked it. I liked the first one. It's kind of hard to compare it to the first movie because the first movie was
campy.
Yeah, it was campy, and it's on ABC. It was on TV.
Yeah.
And it was,
limited.
Exactly. So I think they did good.
What did the guy that played Pennywise? Did he top Tim Curry though?
You know, it's kind of like, for me, I'm a nostalgia guy. For me, no. Like, I just love Tim Curry. He was great. I liked, but I liked, I can't remember, Skarsgård. Yeah. I liked his, it's like which Joker do you like? You know what I'm saying? It's like,
it's tough.
People have their preferences. I liked his performances. He made it his own, and it was great. Because you can't, when you go into an iconic role like that, you can't try to duplicate. Just make it your own, which he did.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it kind of explains stuff a little more, or maybe I just didn't remember, because the movie came on the original movie.
Long time.
It was, yeah. So I know some stuff I missed, but I liked his portrayal. I liked that they did make it a little more scarier. It was rated R, so it's a little bit more. And it really gives you this in that regard, because you get the sense of why this thing is
so scary.
Pennywise is so scary and terrifying. So with all that being said, I like the first one, and I'm interested to see what the second one.
I gotta watch the first one. You saw me, because you gotta understand I love the book so much. So I've heard it's pretty good.
So I'm just wondering who's gonna be the adult counterpart. Yeah. So I'm interested.
All right. Well, yeah, we got a couple more to speed through here.
Yeah.
They are not doing Hellboy 3 with Ron Perlman. But they're casting the sheriff from Stranger Things is going to be the new Hellboy.
Really?
Yeah. And girlfriend's got a big crush on him. She always loves to tell me, so she's happy about that. And she loves Hellboy, too, so I feel like she's getting the best of both worlds. Yeah, I know. Just any chance she can run up here, it's like, oh, yes. This is my movie. I'm like, man, okay, well, I can't compete with Hellboy, I guess, but like I don't know if Del Toro's like directing it or anything, but
that's what I was wondering.
I don't think he is. But
so I'm wondering what's the tone going to be, because I liked the first two with Ron Perlman. I think he was great.
Oh, he's perfect.
He's great, but I can see. I can't remember his name, but the sheriff from. I could see him.
See it?
Yeah, I could see it.
All right. I didn't think he was like buff enough for whatever.
That's the thing. Maybe he'll get in the gym.
Maybe he'll be a younger.
Did you see how Josh Brolin cut for Cable?
That's true.
Sidebar, but I didn't expect him to get.
No, yeah, I saw like he was on Conan or something, and late something. He showed how jacked he was, like, and he did change. Sometimes these actors they will completely
go through a lot.
Like Christian Bale, some of the things he's done for his roles. Yeah, my goodness.
And Henry Cavill, what he did for Superman, these people are they're in shape already, but they go
hard.
Yeah, they go. Even Will Smith when he did Ali, because before that he was skinny Will Smith.
Yeah,
and he put on all that muscle and weight and dedication. I tell you, dedication. But
that's true.
I would say I didn't know about this.
You didn't?
Hellboy. So, but did you say I could see him as being Hellboy?
Okay.
So it piques my interest.
Okay.
I'll say I need to see a trailer though.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen any trailers yet.
Definitely.
So we're getting to some of the points now where these don't have like full trailers
right.
yet. These are more like perspectives. But,
right.
We did talk about this earlier. Once again, another remake live action of
right.
The Lion King.
Yeah.
Untouchable. How do you feel about the Disney remakes lately? Beauty and the Beast, I thought was like mostly. It wasn't bad, but it didn't really need to exist. You know what I mean?
Yeah. To me, they're all good, but that's probably the low. Like I like Jungle Book more.
Jungle Book was good.
That was good.
Cinderella was actually
was good.
Actually. Like if it improves upon the one, like personally, I didn't love the original Jungle Book as much as a lot of others.
Yeah.
Cinderella's my least favorite Disney movie. I don't know why, I just never liked it that much, but I like the live action versions of those a lot more.
Yeah.
But Beauty and the Beast, I think, is just so good.
Yeah.
That they didn't really add enough to make it that different. So, Lion King, the reason I'm kind of excited about Lion King is because of what they did with Jungle Book. Like
right.
the animal, like the CGI with that was so good.
And I'm interested to see that in a Lion King tale. And the cast, cast looks pretty good. Donald Glover again. So, Beyonce. So the ladies will love it. That's just to name a few. There's a lot of big people. Notable people. So I would say I'm interested. I probably wouldn't need a trailer for that when I'm seeing it.
I'll tell you a movie that I'm not interested for.
What?
Top Gun Maverick. Because I have never been a fan of Top Gun.
Interesting.
Not really. I never liked Top Gun that much.
You know what?
Not a big fan.
I am more of a fan of it's weird to say, of its cultural impact than the movie itself.
Explain.
I would probably say I only saw it maybe twice.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yes, it's not a very for me. It's not rewatchable. But it's got a big cult following.
Yeah. I have a buddy of mine. I called him Maverick. Anybody who wears aviators called him Maverick.
See, it's the effect on the pop culture.
Yeah,
what was it with
the need for speed?
What was it with the '80s and jets? Was it just
either jets or race cars? You remember how many race car movies it was in the late '80s, early '90s era?
True. And I just remember looking back at a lot of anime from that time. Robotech and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of the fighter, the Gundam stuff. What was it? The Cross.
Voltron.
A lot of the spaceship. There just was a big fighter pilot thing going on then.
So
But so you're kind of excited for it.
Look, I didn't know about this. So is Tom Cruise coming back? Or?
I think they're all coming back. Val Kilmer and.
What?
Yeah. The guy that played Sundown, I guess, is coming back. Goose is dead. Goose's son maybe might be in it.
Maybe Goose. Oh.
Or something like that.
Maybe Maverick is teaching Goose's son, who's the hothead, thinks he knows everything.
And he's got to tell
him. And he doesn't like him because you got my dad killed.
He can see it writes itself.
See? Maybe. It's writing itself here.
Pay him.
Also, the music. You lost that.
All right. Highway to Danger Zone.
Danger Zone.
All right.
So the cultural impact.
Take my breath away. Oh, you're killing me. I do like those songs. But
See, even he likes them. It's the cultural impact I like more than the actual movie because I probably haven't seen the movie twice.
I saw it once. Maybe I saw it too young, but it was one of those things where you know how a movie can be really hyped up.
Yeah.
And then you're like, it just doesn't live up to that hype.
Yeah.
That's what Top Gun was for me.
Yeah.
One of those.
So
Eh.
Yeah.
What about Detective Pikachu? Ryan Reynolds is voicing Detective.
Really?
Yeah.
So Ryan Reynolds is saying Pika Pika for 90 minutes.
I think I'll admit I don't know a whole lot about Detective Pikachu, but I think there might be more dialogue than that. Unless he is just doing Pika Pika.
Wow. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. Vin Diesel says I am Groot for 2 hours and 20 minutes. So,
best 15 minutes of voice work ever.
So yeah, why not? I'm not interested in that. I didn't know it was coming out, and then
Yeah, I don't care either. But I'm not a diehard Pokemon fan.
Me neither. I mean,
liked it a little when I was a kid. But
I watched
the anime.
But that's it.
Yeah.
I didn't do Pokemon Go when it was a thing. Apparently, it's still a thing. My friends are still. I don't know. Nah.
But a lot of people love it. There's a market for it. It's Pokemon. It's big. So we're not that excited about that one. But Suicide Squad 2.
I like Will Smith as Deadshot. I like Will Smith in anything, pretty much. Pretty much, yeah.
Just about.
Yeah. And I like Margot Robbie.
Okay.
As Harley. Is it gonna be the same?
I think so.
All of the same, except for Diablo. He
died.
Yeah.
They might have some new characters. Spoilers.
Spoilers. If you haven't seen it by now, I don't think you want to see it anyway. So.
At this point.
Yeah.
Good point.
So I think everybody else, I assume, is still okay. I mean,
moderately,
because of those performances, and I'm interested to see if they can improve upon what they did the first time.
More focused this time.
Yeah, because I think, we talked about this.
We did.
There's a lot of different directions they wanted to go in. They have a more focused vision. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We're winding down another one. Another live. I don't know if the Genie movies have Aladdin-ish remake. Personally, this is one where I could see them remaking it. But could Aladdin be made today the way it was made in the early 90s? Because if you want to talk about cultural appropriation, I don't think about it like, wow, that movie is...
Yeah, no, they couldn't do it the same way.
Like, it's kind of a beloved... Like, I love Aladdin.
Yeah.
But it's you couldn't do it now. They couldn't do it. And what Arabian... What was it they said? Like, that you could get, like, your throat cut or something?
Yeah.
Like, the appropriate line.
Yeah.
Or something. And also, too, Robin Williams...
That's what I was going to say. You can't even know.
I don't think you can touch anything.
Can't touch it.
He's too good.
So whoever they have playing Genie,
they're gonna get destroyed.
Yeah.
By fans, critics.
I feel sorry for you, sir. Whoever I don't know who the cast is. I feel sorry for you. Unfortunately, you have some shoes that are too big to fill. I mean, just make it your own, and they'll say he did
his best he could.
Yeah, he did his best he could. It's gonna be with. He's no Robin Williams, but
maybe. So you're right.
That's the best you can hope for.
Make him as different from Rob Williams.
Yeah,
that's
like Bill. That's Bill Skarsgård and Pennywise.
Pennywise, yes.
He's no Tim Curry, but
he did a great job.
So that's the best you can hope for.
All right. That's fair. So, about that one too?
Cautious because of that. But maybe not in the movies for that one. Maybe not in the movie. But pique my interest.
Well, the next two don't even really have titles yet. They're in the wind. They may happen soon, 2019. We don't know yet. But I guess Terminator is getting another sequel.
Really?
After Genesis, which...
Really?
Terrible.
Really?
I hated Genesis, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Is anybody coming back from Genesis?
I don't.
Well, I heard that, oh man, I can't remember her name. Khaleesi. I heard she's not coming back. I heard she didn't want to do
another Terminator movie.
So.
Well, you know how it is. I feel like there aren't really that many repeats. It's always kind of a new cast, new crew anyway.
Yeah.
Completely.
But she was Sarah Connor, right?
Yeah, but.
'Cause I only seen her once. I don't.
Yeah, she was Sarah Connor.
So
I liked her.
It'll have to be a reboot
again. But Arnold might come back.
Really?
I hope. You don't think
CG or?
I don't know. I don't know.
He's old now. They would have to CG as
make him look a little younger.
Yeah.
But he was in the last one.
Yeah, that's true.
He's pretty old, but they said he aged, with his skin to make him fit in more.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe they'll do that then.
But he is getting up there. I don't know, man. The Terminator movies just have not been that good for a long time.
They haven't. Honestly, since Terminator 2.
You're damn right.
That's... honestly,
should have ended there.
Yeah.
They knew it. That's why they waited so long. And Terminator is one of those franchises, too, where, like, I love the first two so much that I feel like enduring the pain of watching every crappy sequel they make. Because all the movies that have come out have not really been anywhere near as good by comparison.
No, unless they do like a Halloween thing and make this Terminator 3 and everything after Terminator 2 just doesn't exist.
Doesn't matter, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Like it's just kind of like a weird reboot each time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to see a trailer to even pique my interest at this point. To see what direction they're even going. Is it a reboot or is it a continuation?
Another sequel.
Yeah.
True. I'm not really excited, but I'll probably end up seeing it.
Right.
But a final one, we made it.
Hey.
Is one we actually briefly talked about. There is, I guess, going to be another Bond, and you had some news I didn't know about.
Yeah, I just recently read this that they are, because there were talks about this before, but they're revisiting casting a new Bond, Idris Elba.
Yes.
I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of him. So, and I think he can do that. He can do the role very well.
So you think Daniel Craig should be done?
You know what? How many has it been? 5? 4? 5?
4. That's about normal.
I think, because I was thinking that...
Pierce Brosnan did
4, I think, yeah. Who did the most? Roger Moore?
I think Sean Connery... either Connery or Moore.
One of them. Yeah.
But they did a few more than that, but not really.
At this point, yeah. Once you hit 4 to 6, you're in that range anyway.
Where they could switch over.
Yeah. I think, for me, I didn't even see the last Bond. I'm kind of ready for a reboot, new Bond,
Yeah.
So I'm a fan, and if it's Idris, I'm definitely here for it.
Absolutely.
He'll definitely be a totally different Bond. So yeah, if it's that, I'm here for it.
Absolutely. But yeah, Bond. I've been a big fan of it, and yeah, if Idris Elba does get cast for that, that would be fantastic.
That would be great.
And yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at the list. We missed one.
Wait, did we miss one?
Yeah.
What? What did we miss? I thought I got them all. What did we miss?
We missed John Wick 3.
Shoot. Thank you. Well, that's fine because I'm excited for John Wick.
I am. Simple. I'm excited.
Like John Wick.
First one was great. Second one was great, if not greater, because to me it's like not too many sequels, trilogies, whatever do this. You take what was great about the first one and make it bigger, expand on it. So they did that with this one. They because the whole hotel and this whole syndicate or
the underworld
society was so intriguing. But at the same time, this story, the main story of John Wick and him getting back was great.
All right, I have to say I did really like the second one, but I did not think it was as good as the first one. Because I thought that it lacked the motivation of the first one. I thought there wasn't as much heart in his desire for revenge. It was just another he's on the run story.
I'll give you that.
That's the only thing I didn't
because in this one, even in this story, his motivation for killing, he didn't want to, but
he didn't want to anyway.
He had to.
Which is like, did he really have to?
Yeah.
Like, I guess, but in the first one, he had the whole, they killed his dog, they took his car, his wife had just died, he wanted to get out,
they woke up the beast.
They woke the beast, and then John Wick.
He's the boogeyman. No,
Baba Yaga.
He's the guy you sent to kill the boogeyman.
Yes. And he couldn't be stopped. And yeah, John Wick was awesome. John Wick 2, I thought, it was stylistically about as great. Yeah. It was very fun, but I felt like it wasn't quite as serious as the first one, at least in terms of that main story. But, it was certainly building up the epicness of it.
I do So I would say I'm a fan of that, to see this.
The world building?
Yeah, expand. How is this going to. Because we see how big this is now. He's excommunicado.
Well, I made a joke that I think I know what the subtitle of John Wick 3 should be.
What is it?
John Wick versus the world. Because apparently everybody in New York City is a freaking assassin.
Yeah. Did you see everybody just look at him like, I'm okay?
Like literally like what, 500 people? Like, it's ridiculous. How many people are just like sidelining as assassins as part-time jobs? Like you and I could be in this. He was like, we work at like the desk and then got to get my job and like get my weird assassin currency. Like it's kind of funny, but it's like, what? Like, but that's what was fun about it. Is like you don't know who is an assassin.
Exactly.
But it's like so many people. Like, why did he go back to New York of all places? It seems to be the hub of all of the central.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. Do you think he's gonna die?
No, because if this one does good, they got to keep it going.
They got to keep it going.
Yeah.
You're right.
So they won't do it until the numbers start. If the third one, the numbers drop enough, they'll make a fourth one, and he'll die.
All right. Interesting prediction.
Or they may cliffhanger it. That way,
if they can reboot it.
Yeah. If it did, they'll cliffhanger. So if it does good, he survived. But if it didn't, he did die.
Keep it open like they do everything else.
Exactly.
All right. Well, we made it through them all.
Pretty big list. We got through it.
How long was this? Ooh, actually, not too bad.
Not too bad.
113.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Well, hey man. Any final thoughts about all those movies? Actually, how about this? Why not? Of all of these that we discussed, which film next year are you most excited about?
Let's see. Probably Glass. Probably Glass.
Even more than another Avengers movie, huh?
I mean, yeah, only because that's a given. If you saw the first one, you have to see the second one. So It's like a given.
I agree.
So
Glass is pretty. I'm pretty excited for Glass.
Probably Glass.
All right, man. Well, yeah. Thanks for coming over again.
Yeah, of course.
And if we have any other potential discussions for things, you're welcome to drop by.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say goodbye to everybody. Thank you for watching and listening, and stay magical. And that.